And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Second down and 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Davis now to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable here for Davis. A nice little juke.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and bring.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get... This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And this throw will be intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after him.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't
they? Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone.
And Abdullah lost the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Now it's O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
To throw here, O'Connell.
His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
O'Connell working from the gun.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And evades the tackler, and now some space. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Eckler now between the tackles. 146 yards rushing for him so far. As